Today on the Tim Manor podcast show, I've got Lucy Wilkinson, Louby Lou. Louby Lou.
Louby Lou, yeah.
Tell people what you do.
Well, I bring fun, joy and laughter into everybody's lives, whether you're a little kid, big kid or grown up. That's, yeah.
How do you describe yourself as a children's entertainer? What is, how do you, I can't, it's not like you can put you in a box, but how do you describe what you do, Luce?
I know, I often like the word clown more than children's entertainer. And I think actually there is a big difference between a clown and a children's entertainer.
What is that difference?
I think a clown tunes into more kind of the sensitivity side of things, feelings, energy, frequency, very good at ad-libbing, rolling with the audience, improvisation, art. Whereas I think kind of children's entertainer, I do go down that children's entertainer route. I tap in and out of both. But my dad was a clown and he always used to say, "You're a clown." And he was a very Charlie Chaplin kind of clown with colour. And he used to always say to me, "Lucy, you should be able to turn up with just a little suitcase full of like little props, rather than kind of all the big stuff because that's art. You are the art. You are the clown."
So your dad was a clown?
Mm-hmm.
How do you become a clown? How do you decide to be a clown? What's the...
Do you know what? Well, my dad's always been the entertainer of the family. We used to have a fancy dress hire. He was a painter and decorator, but he's got that craft. He's got that creativity in him. So, we was on holiday and he met a clown at a bar. As you do. And he got back from Torquay and he went, "I'm going to be a clown." But that was my dad. That's yeah. So he developed his clown character over years. And we was 6 years old. And he had a clown van, an old ambulance, what he painted with all clown faces on ABC curtains, and it's just amazing. I've been away to Dubai, and I met a lady, Joanna, who is a Reiki master healer, energy channeler, and she just instantly said, "You've got clown energy." And now I'm like, "Explain more about clown energy." And I'm like, wow, my dad has got clown energy. And now I'm like seeing certain people, I'm like, oh wow, they've got clown energy.
What is that? What's clown energy? What is that?
I think it's where like, it's like where your face just kind of lights up like a clown, and it's kind of contagious. It'll just light up somebody else, and that is energy. Boom, boom, and it is. Then I'm like, oh wow, yeah. Because I showed her a picture of a doctor who was going seeing out there because I was working at the children's hospital, and she went, "He's got clown energy," and I'm like, wow. And I think that's where you then end up getting kind of drawn to people, or yeah. Everybody's got their own energy, haven't they? But I think there's certain like...
I've just never heard of clown energy or like what that is.
No, well, I'd not until last week. But obviously now I'm like studying more of going, yeah, I feel like she's taking me back to I trained as a clown doctor 25 years ago in London.
As a what?
A clown doctor.
What does that mean?
So you saw me in the hospital with for Tallulah's amazing bell ring celebration. When I originally started working in the hospitals, I was a clown doctor, where they're now called giggle doctors. And I worked for a charity called Theodora Children's Trust, and they trained us over the years to become a clown doctor in a more sensitive style. We had training from clown doctors from all over the world. Wow. I know. And I've kind of like lost track of all that kind of training and what we had years and years ago. And I feel like seeing Joanna she wants me to find my dad's old van. She says, "You need to find that old van of your dad's because it's got old clown." I think she's trying to make me go back to kind of my childhood, because she says Louby Lou is you as a child. I'm like, wow, Yeah, I suppose it is. Because I am like a kid when I'm in that clown outfit. I know in the hospitals you didn't see me in my clown outfit, but it's still me. Another thing my dad said when I was learning to be a clown or developing my Louby Lou clown character, he said, just emphasise your own character. So who you are as Lucy, just emphasise that, and don't try and put on a walk what's not your walk, if you know what I mean, because it's going to be very difficult to keep that up. So he said just emphasise what you are. So I kind of try and work in a sensitive, soft character, just connecting with children, and you can move children's energies around. I'm like thinking, gosh, yeah. Look, now I'm learning more about energy, and I'm like, yeah, I think I just move them around a little bit. If there's a child with a different energy over here, I'll go, just come over here a little bit. Do you know? Yeah.
Yeah, because my perception of a clown obviously is like bright, brash, like in your face, like throwing custard pies and stuff like that. But it's not that at all, is it?
No, so that's kind of like the circus type of clown, the custard pies, and then you've got like your Piro kind of clown, which is silent. Yeah. And that's nice tapping into that as well, because when children, you can always connect with people. You don't need language, and really massively seen that last week when I was away, that, yeah, wow, you don't need words. You just need that connection. And just a smile is just, wow, amazing. So,
have you done anything else?
No. No, not at all.
Do you reflect on it, like, and do you take moments in your thing to kind of like the impact that you're creating on people's lives?
I never used to do, and never, but I am more so now and going, wow, have I done all that, or has that really happened? And how many children do you think you've made smile over the years? I'm like, well, no. What question I know, that's it. Just like, because I was on Britain's Got Talent, but in just adding that energy and spark to the audience. But the first Britain's Got Talent who's on it, my face, but now everybody thinks that I'm going to be doing Britain's Got. But the messages, what are coming, I was just walking the dog and I went, who's messaging me? And it would just ping, ping. And it's still ongoing now. And like, gosh, yeah, all these people coming. It's mad, isn't it? But I think, no, I just live in the moment and just, yeah, just see how it rolls each day.
And have you always been like that you're sort of like in the moment and not looking what's towards the future and the past and stuff like that?
Yeah, I like setting myself goals and things, but then I don't get too kind of fixed on going, oh, I've not done that, I've done that. It's just when I've visualised things a lot, and then when they kind of happen, I'm like, oh. And it is careful what you wish for, because actually they do come true. Wishes do come true, and sometimes things have happened. I'm like, oh, why did I used to say that? Because I used to always say, I want to be free, because I make magic word bracelets. Not got mine on because they're in my lost suitcase somewhere. A lot of my things are, I didn't get my suitcase back, did I? So all my clown outfit, each day I keep going, oh, I've not got that, that's in the suitcase. But anyway, so I make magic word bracelets with a word on, and that's what I made for Tallulah with a word. And I change it all the time, each year, or when I think, oh, do you know what, I need a new word now. And I used to always say, 2023, I want to be free like a bird. And then Dave, our bird, flew off, didn't he? A parrot.
Did you? Did you have a parrot?
We had a parrot. My dad always had parrots, you see. My dad always had a parrot in his show. But we've never had any luck with him, though. He's got pinched out of the back of his van. He was really devastated.
Was that part of his show,
yeah,
was it?
Yeah, it was part of his show. Jezebel, the amazing parrot. Yeah, so, and it used to have a little house, and it used to come out of the house, and it used to grab the Smarties, so all the kids would shout, Smarties! Oh, it's mad. And he used to do it for cheese, so you used to smell a rotten cheese, my dad. Oh, it's mad. Yeah, so that made the national newspapers when Jezebel went missing, and people to this day always say, did you get that parrot back? And people keep saying about Dave, did you get the parrot back? I was like, no. But I did say to Stuart, when the parrot flew off, I was in Dubai last year and I visited the children's hospital. And I fell in love with like, oh wow, it's amazing. This hospital is just, yeah, I want to come back and explore it more in costume, because I just went and visited as one of the doctors who I used to work with at Manchester.
What do you mean when you go back and explore it in costume? What happens when you put that costume on?
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because I don't know, like when I was there last week and they're so relaxed of going, just go and get changed in the toilet over there. And I was like, gosh, I'm in the other part of the world. I don't know how they're going to take the clown character, because I didn't know if to do it as Lucy or, well, as just in what similar to what I wear at the hospital,
Yeah.
or if to go full clown costume. And I was like, no, just go for it. I kind of feel into it. I'm like,
So you go full clown.
so I went full clown.
There's half clown and then there's full clown.
With the wig, the shoes.
So what I
the
saw you
nose.
in the other day was half clown.
Yeah, that's a bit more kind of
Yeah.
jester-like looking, isn't it? And
Yeah.
I would like to set up entertainers, energy workers, light workers, clowns in Dubai, because they've not got anything like that, nothing. So I think it'd be amazing to set it up over there.
So when you put that on and you went into the Dubai hospital, what changes within Lucy? What?
I think I feel like I connect and go more like a child. I wonder whether it's a safety blanket. I don't know. I think once I've got my clown outfit on, I can be, I go
More playful and
play.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, which a lot of people lose, don't they?
They do, don't they?
Yeah. It's a shame.
I know, yeah, because you don't want to be hiding behind that character either. So I kind of like do a little bit, but I think, yeah, I do. The work what I do in hospital, I still feel like I'm a clown, really. But I did used to wear a clown doctor coat when I was working for the clown doctors.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I used to be Dr. Lulu. But then now, because the clown doctors still go into the hospital, we then created another charity. We work alongside the charities to be called Magic Makers, so that we've just got that variety. And it's amazing that we're all coming together tomorrow, all the different, there's clown doctors, laughter therapists, magic makers.
Nobody knows about this, do they?
No, I know. And this is why we're doing this tomorrow. We're doing an interactive service day to all the things what go on in the hospital, and bringing everybody together, musicians. We're all there to bring that light, and that is it, under one umbrella. You'd just describe it is to bring that light to the hospital, and it helps with healing and it helps with recovery, and more so, yeah, for the patients. But I always say you really have got to start with people above, well, like your doctors, your nurses, your staff, parents as well. They need that light as well I think it downloads to children. And as a parent, I think it's really important for parents to concentrate on their own energy and what they're putting out to the world, because it just gets naturally downloaded to children. And I've learned that over the years, because you can keep going. I burned out years ago. You can keep going and going, especially with the clown character. Yeah, I'm doing 3-4 shows a day.
Wow.
Before COVID. COVID has been a blessing in one way and then not in another for business to rebuild. But before COVID, it was full on shows, the hospitals, being a mum, running around, and you burn out, don't you? Because it is, you kind of running on empty, aren't you? And then
Yeah, because I mean you've got to bring that positivity all the time. Every time you put, you go full clown, haven't you? There's a certain expectation of when you put that suit on.
Yeah.
That you do that, and then if obviously the kids or whatever, and you put that suit and you don't feel like you're doing it, it's what a balance, a mad balance.
It is, yeah. And when, because obviously I have been doing it a long time, you can't be feeling great all the time, but the clown character, it's amazing. Sometimes I've been really poorly, but say if you're sick and you put the clown outfit on and it goes, you just don't even
Just
think
by
about
changing the vibration within yourself.
madness, yeah. And then as soon as you take the clown outfit back off, you're back to like, there's many times where I'm like, oh my word, where am I going to get this strength from? And you put the clown nose on, the makeup, you walk in, it's like, hiya, hiya. And it's surprising though how many people do that in everyday life. Go, hiya, you okay? And are you really okay underneath? And like, really, it is so easy to distract yourself with that. And that's why it's so important to keep that inside alive, because so many people can be, and me as well, being so bright on the outside, but on the inside. And I think now, because I've done a lot of work over COVID in the 4 years on my inner self, I feel like in my shows or the work I do in the hospital as a parent, I feel like I'm more connected and performing the best I can by being more present. And I don't, some days, I've still got it in me to do those boom, boom, boom shows, but not all the time. And it's took me a long time to realise that you really do need to be present, because kids need your presence. They need you. If you're constantly thinking about, I've got to get to that other show, or I've got to do this and I've got to do that. And if you just be present for yourself and the kids, it's so much more fun. It is though, isn't it? When you're in that present moment, it's fun.
Yeah. How do you stop yourself from getting attached?
In the hospitals?
Yeah.
That is hard, because we're all human, and we've had lots of training. That's why I think being a clown doctor or any work what you do in the hospitals, you do need to have that sensitivity, that awareness of your surroundings, and protect yourself. Really, really protect yourself. And it's tough. But yeah, you've got to have certain things in place for yourself, I think, personally. Because we're all human, aren't we? And you do get attached. And don't get me wrong, I do get attached to certain children who like Tallulah. Yeah, and it's, do you know what? If you can keep giving that love and light to them, to give them that strength, and it's a very special job. It really is. Can you call it a job? It's special. It is special work. So I think it is kind of making sure that you're protected, I think. Yeah.
How do the hospitals hire you then? How do they go about like hiring you? What do they say? Come like a day a month or something? What's the...
We work alongside the play and charity, so there's David as well. There's two of us, me and David, and we share we have 4 days a week at Manchester. So yeah, I think, and like I say, we both started with the Clown Doctors. So with the Clown Doctors, I saw an advert in, oh my word, where was it? The Stage. I think it was the Stage magazine. Do you remember the Stage magazine? Yeah, gosh. And I was only really young at the time. I'd never been to London. I was like, oh gosh, I've seen this advert to become a clown doctor. And I just went. I got on a train and went to London and went for an interview. Oh my gosh. I remember the interview because it was a Swiss charity. And I always remember taking this fish what squirted water. And I squirted him with water, and he went, well, we don't use water in the hospitals. I thought, oh, there we go. There's me not getting a job. But I think people see some spark in you.
In something,
yeah, I think so.
Because when you're at that level, that you're reading people's energies, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you know, don't you? When someone's sat across from you that's a bit special, you kind of go, you can see past.
Just it is, isn't it? It's warming, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think everything comes from the heart. I really do. So yeah, but anyway, I got the job. And then we had a lot of training in London because we were the first clown.
I mean, how sought after are becoming a clown doctor within there? Is it quite a big thing to get in? Like,
to the Clown Doctors? Yeah, they take on around 10 at a time, and then they'll run a programme and training, and then you've got to do so many days observing, and then you've got to do so many days as a trainee clown doctor. And then you design your own clown doctor coat, your name, and so this.
That's amazing. That,
it is amazing.
What's the one I used to watch the film called Patch Adams?
I love that film.
Yeah.
I don't really watch like loads of films, and if I say to
Yeah.
the kids, "Do we watch a film?" and they always go, "Yeah, Patch Adams." I'm like, yeah, I love it. It's amazing, isn't
What
it?
a film.
I know.
Yeah? Not many people know about it either, do they?
No, they don't. But it is an amazing film, and it's a true story because he has got a free hospital, I believe, in America, children's hospital in America, which is amazing. So
That laughter side of it about healing, it's just like,
it's amazing, isn't it?
Isn't it?
It is.
Isn't
But
it?
you know, if you have a good laugh, I always start my day with yoga, and Laura is just magic. She's just, it downloads a lot of magic. She really does it. Don't tell me what she does, but she is magic. And her yoga class is so free. And somebody just said today, "Laura, have you done laughter yoga?" And she says, "I did when I was in Canada." She's like, "We should bring it back." And we used to, when we trained as clown doctors, we went to a clown convention in Bolton years and years.
As you do.
I know.
In Bolton.
Because it used to always be in Bognor Regis, and I never got to go there. And it was when the Twin Towers happened.
Right.
And they came in, we was all like, we was doing the laughing exercise when they came in to tell us about the Twin Towers. And the laughing exercise was, you just start laughing and then the next person starts laughing. And it's so contagious. But I do it in my shows. If one little kid's giggling, and I'll go, "Oh, you're not giggling, are you?" I'll go, "It's a nightmare when you're giggling, because if you start, then they'll start, and then they'll start." And then I love it when you see like little babies who just look at something and say, "Oh, I'm going to have some of that as well." And then they start, and it's just like ace, isn't it? And it's free. The best things are free, aren't they? It's just like, wow. Yeah, it's amazing. Laughter is definitely a really best medicine.
I would, do you see people who have not got that, who've lost that childlike wonder, and you see that the fun's been stripped from them? And I notice it in people. I'm so sorry that's happened to you. Whatever that is, that fun's gone from you.
Got fun, I know.
Yeah.
Every day, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. And it's a shame. I hope we can heal. I think a healing is a thing what we do together as a collective, and I feel like the more people tap into the healing and the love of the world and for each other and happiness and joy, I think it will be such a more beautiful and powerful place to be in, because our human body's not made for this rat race what we're on. And I see it a lot. I see it because I see it a lot in the gym, because I was one who I love fit, and I love the energy there. It's just amazing, it really is, and it's people and energy. But I also go to another gym, and I see a lot of people who come in and don't give you any eye contact, and they come in and they train and then they go back out, and I'm like, wow, it's like self-harming, really, isn't it? It's just like, wow, what you just self-harm, like, I'm like, wow, oh gosh. And I see it in people, because I think I've always trained all my life, as well as my dad being an entertainer, a clown and a painter decorator. He also used to have a gym, so I was brought up in a gym as well, so it's always been in me to train. But I used to be that person who used to come in and just go, right, got to get in here, train, and then get home and I've trained, I've done this, I've done that, I've gone and done 3 shows, and then the kids are all sorted and all the tea's made, and then you crash and burn at night, and you think, wow, that was a big day, weren't it? And then you do it all again, day after, and again, and again, and you're just like, now it's just like, no.
Yeah, you're recognising other people, don't you, what you've been through.
With food, I know, and it hurts me. I'm like, oh. So sometimes I'll just give a smile and just go, just try and just give them that little bit of light, just for stop. Oh, see if it works. If not, I run other way. I do move. I move from, because you can't help everybody, can you? You can only do what you can do and give people.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that, how you stop yourself from trying to like save everybody.
Yeah, I think I went through a big stage in my life where I tried saving everybody.
Did you?
And I think I probably went a little bit too kind of preachy, or kind of like, oh, you got to be like
Why
this.
are you doing that? Yeah.
Wait, and now I just kind of go, no, right, okay, and just move around, and if you get a chance, but then you kind of start making your like frequency circle. It just happens so beautifully, and you're like, wow, okay, I'll have a bit of that, and I'll have a bit of that energy. Yeah, okay, and this is beautiful.
Where's the saxophone thing come from? Where did that happen? 'Cause next thing
The worst saxophonist in the world.
It was just like...
Oh my God. Do you know what? Ella used to play saxophone. And again, getting children to do things, what's probably your dream. I had a dream of playing a saxophone. And did I make Ella play it? I might have done. No, I don't. I mean, it's just whatever they want to do, my kids. Yeah. So it's like, be free. I think with Ella being my first, she's 18 now. There's a lot of things what I kind of like made her do because it was my dream, and I see that a lot as well. And that's kind of So yeah, she played a saxophone. She was great, and as soon as she went to St Mary's, she was like, "No, I'm not walking across the road with that saxophone on my back." I'm like, right, I'll play it. What was I thinking at the time? I'm thinking, well, yeah, it should be you who's playing it because it was your dream. And it sat there for a year on my office floor. And then it was my Louby Lou 20-year party. I had a big party at the Seven Brothers Brewery. And I thought, right, I love the jubile. And I can't. I am the most out of tune person.
You do love fitness classes where you go around playing.
That's energy though, isn't it? It's just like, really, Nick loves it. Everybody loves it.
Everybody loves it.
So I'll just carry on doing it. So
you're not actually playing a tune. You're just kind of.
I know I play.
You're playing frequencies.
Yeah, I can play about 10 songs, but not necessarily the best. But I get by, and the kids love it in my show. So I started having lessons to play the Jubile song at my 20 years party, and it was amazing. Like loads of people there. I was so nervous, and you've got to do these things to break yourself out of your comfort zone, haven't you? And yeah, I was nervous, and we got it. We got it. I was like, but I was only doing the certain bit. Jess was doing the all that bit, and it was brilliant. And then I carried on my saxophone lessons for a long time, and then COVID hit, and then we kind of like just did online stuff. But she's doesn't live around here anymore. Miss Jess. I do need some more saxophone lessons. That's one thing what I keep putting on me.
For what? Why?
Just kind of learn a few more tunes. Do you know? I kind of. If I get a lesson and they teach me one tune, then I just go away, and then just by doing it over and over again, that's where I can kind of, would you say, perfect it? It's not, but I can just get the confidence to go, oh, I know this song now. So I could do with maybe just learning one or two more songs. But yeah, so it just carried on from there. And then one day I thought, right, I'm just going to have to go for it in my show. I'm just going to have to go and play Happy Birthday in my show. It was terrible. But then, because I thought that is going to be the best place to just kind of feel it, and kids are not bothered if you get it wrong. They love it when you get it wrong. Like, obviously, they're like Les Dawson, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sure it's called.
Yeah.
So it just went from there, and then I just kept adding more songs. So I've got an Ibiza jingle, which at the end of my show, I always said to the kids, we're going to Ibiza and I play a kind of a track of about 7 songs mixed into one and do the snow machine. And they all think they're in Ibiza, and all the kids, all the parents. I always think you should end a show with a high, and all the parents will say at the end, oh, wow, that was amazing. I want to go out clubbing now. And I think it is. I always think with a Louby Lou show or anything you're doing, people will always remember the way you've made them feel. They're not going to remember that, oh, that was that. Do you remember that really good magic trick? Even though magic is amazing, and I do love magic, and I do very basic magic, but I've never, because we did illusion shows and I've been around so many magicians, and I used to think, why am I not so interested in learning these magic tricks? I think I got kind of put off by kind of I don't know, it's very I always like making children think they've done the magic, you know. I think there's something so magical in a kid just like going, wow. Even just like, you know, the paper bag trick, the oldest Eric and Ernie paper bag trick. I give kids paper bags to just something so simple, what they can carry on doing. I
just
like,
flick the bottom of it. Yeah.
And I was like, wow. And it's just like ace when you put the magic into them. Well, they have got magic. Everybody's got magic inside them. So I always say, just believe in it. And superpowers, kids love. I love asking kids questions, but superpowers, they get it straight away. My favourite question at the moment, and I thought, well, I'd try it out in my shows to just think, right, will this work? And I'll say, what's your spirit animal? Because I didn't know what my spirit animal is, and I'm like, and I ask children, and they just tell you straight away. I'm like, wow, okay.
What is your spirit animal?
Well, I didn't know what my spirit animal, and I kept like thinking, you tune into like meditation.
Yeah.
And I think it's snake, because I've just I now kind of unconsciously realised that I wear a lot of snakes. And I was talking to a girl in the hospital about this, and she said hers was panther, and she kept telling me she was spiritual. And I was like, what's your spirit animal? She said panther. And I said, oh, I think mine is snake, you know, because I just keep getting signs everywhere, snakes. You spot them and I go, oh wow. And she says, yeah, you're wearing snake, I have snake shoes, and you're green, and you're this and that. And I'm like, oh, wow, yeah. So I think it is snake.
Good question, that.
It is, but young kids know it straight away. And then Google, so I had this session with, I saw a girl in within Shaw Hospital, and she had frogs everywhere, and before I asked her, I said, you are really wise. She was really cheeky as well, wise. And I asked her a spirit animal, and she said frog. And then I googled what spirit animal frog means, and it was wise
frog.
I was like, wow, where is this going? And then some of the nurses come in, and I said, what do you think her spirit animal is? And she was like saying what each person, and we was googling them all, and like they were going, oh my word, that is me. Like, this is just unreal. No, I love it. I do.
That stuff. Every time I go to Reiki, my shout out to Helen, I keep getting visited by a tiger, bright orange, and tiger. And then when I look back on things, like I've got a truck outside, it's got like tiger stripes on it, and I'm just like, not chose it for that, but then when I found out it was I'm just like, oh wait a minute, all these fucking things are kind of making it so good.
Have you got any tiger tattoos?
I have it on my back.
On your back?
Yeah.
Wow, it's tiger.
Yeah.
Have you looked into it?
Yeah, looked at all, everything, just like everything. And I'll tell you a weird one. Gaz and I went to a brand reveal over in Blackpool. On our way back, we're driving down the motorway in the fast lane, going really, and then all of a sudden, out the corner of our eye, honestly, this is no word of a lie, a deer, massive deer, went over the barrier, coming like that, and it was about to go in front of our truck. It spotted the truck, turned, and ran off.
No way.
I don't know if it's because of the stripes or whatever.
Tiger.
And both of Gaz and I looked at each other and just went, if that would have jumped over there, then we would have been snookered.
Right, oh my word.
I know, and I chose that truck because of that, and you know, the tiger looking after me. I'm just like, I love stuff like, listen,
I do.
It sounds what's it, but I'm like, listen.
Well, my friend Grace in Liverpool, she is just amazing. I love her to bits. She's just an angel, and she's renamed me Louby Lou, and I'm like, she doesn't call me Louby Lou anymore, Louby Lou, and it's just like, wow, this is just unreal. But I'm tapping into it with my own kids. Well, my Ella, she's not tapping it into at all, which is fine. Martha, she come to the full moon ceremony last night, and just amazing how she's really tuning into it, which is fab. And I think she's helping her friends as well. She's getting them into meditation. And somebody told her, I think you're going to be help and guide teenagers in fashion and stuff. So she's tuning into it, and I think that's just unreal. But I think she picks up on a lot of my energy. And then when I went to see Joanna, who was amazing in Dubai, my friend Grace said, you've got to go and see her straight away. And I did, and she said, you've been sent to me. I was like, oh, and she said straight away, she just said, Betsy's your crystal, meaning my youngest. And I don't know if you've seen any of my TikTok. She comes with me to my shows, and she just makes me laugh. But I was the youngest. I've got 3 sisters, and I was the youngest, so I was the one who used to always love going entertaining with my dad, and Natalie and Tara didn't enjoy it as much. And that's the same with mine. Both of my Ella's tried it for years and years, because we was brought up to learn the value of money, so we had to go and work, and we got money for working, and we had to buy our own clothes, everything. And so my girls do the same. So Ella from a young age has helped me, Martha, but they've both got their own jobs now. So Betsy comes with me. She's all over everything. My dad said it's like how you used to be. She's already kind of sorted the music out or done things before you've noticed. I'm like, oh well, okay. And not by telling her what to do, she's just done it. And Joanna just said, Betsy's your crystal, so she must have been watching the TikToks or whatever. I was like, what did you mean by she's my crystal? And I said, does she power me up, or does she add? And she went, yeah. I was like, oh wow, that is a good description now, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a really good description.
Crystal.
Yeah.
She's your crystal. So like, whoa. So yeah, kids naturally tap into the spirituality anyway, so they're born magical, believing in unicorns and dragons protect you, and they tap into it from a young age, but we knock it out of them. Yeah
Shame, isn't it? Yeah,
real shame it is. And another magical moment, because I don't know if you know, I got stuck in Dubai for 4 days. And I was starting to panic on that last day, because I knew the kids were safe at home with Stuart, and I didn't want to worry them.
Shout out to our Stuart. Yeah, we'll give you a shout out to our Stuart.
Yeah, give him a shout out. Yeah, go on, Stu. Stu Woo. I call him Stu Woo, because I think he's been in the police all his life, hasn't he? So I think he uses his third eye anyway, more than anybody, more than any of us. And
he's not Woo though.
Yeah, he's not. No, he's not Woo, but I can convert him. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I am trying. He's done 1 yoga class.
It's so hard at the minute. I was talking to my mate Tom the other day about the spirituality and what's going on, and this movement of spirituality, and it's a little bit, I'm just like,
I know. Just
it's so hard for people like Stu to get into it, because they've wooed the shit out of it.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, the people that really need it do not need this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Stuart doesn't need it. He's but
it's just about connecting yourself to connect with other people.
I think so, yeah. And he knows exactly who he is, Stuart. So don't try and convert me or change. And like I say, he's had to use his third eye. He was investigating. He has to like that all the time, which is just now, wow, it is amazing. I am really naive, and it's got me to like. Yeah, I need protecting, I think, because I am a 9. I'm a light worker. As Joanna says, I'm a light worker. Because I said, what does a 9 mean? She says, you're a light worker, so your heart is massively open. So.
You're like pure,
yeah,
innit?
Yeah.
Which obviously people can take advantage of, can't they?
Yeah.
Which I'm sure has happened many, many times.
Yeah. So now I listen to Stu. I never used to. I used to be like, oh, she'll be all right, And just certain things, more so recently, I've done it again, where I've got, no, I'll be all right. And just like getting out of a taxi last week, and I was like, I'll be all right. I was the end of the world, and I weren't all right. I shouldn't have got out, really. But that's me.
What do you mean you shouldn't have got out?
I was going to somebody's house, and she said you couldn't find it, and I just said, oh, I'll get out, don't worry about me, I'll be fine. And Joanna said, when I found her, she says, you shouldn't, they drop you off at the door. I was like, but that's me just going, oh, I'll find my way. I always just think I find my way, which I do, but
Sometimes it doesn't have to be that hard.
I know, yeah, I do. So, but yeah, it's all interesting stuff, though, isn't it?
It's beautiful, mate. You're a beautiful person. You're like pure as they come, aren't you? Yeah.
Well, we all just try our best.
Do you not take that on board? Would you not take compliments?
Never used to take compliments. I'm getting better at that.
Why?
I know. I don't know. Don't know. Does it? Some of these things come from.
Because you don't want to attach yourself to a compliment and let it inflate your ego or something, or is it?
I don't know. I think as when we're a family of 3 girls, and then we have our cousins and their 3 girls, and we're always brought up to kind of. We was brought up very strong to stand on your own 2 feet, but if anybody did give you a compliment, like, oh, stop it. I think it's that what's you, and then as you get older, it's
compounds.
It's like, and then it's still like, oh God, I'm still doing that, and it's just now I'm learning to take that compliment. Yeah, but no, it was just it is hard to get it to unravel that what you've been kind of brought up with, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
And standing on your own 2 feet as well, because when you kind of step into like your feminine energy, all this, and we have it. I'll show them. I'll do it, and it's like no, just trust the process and step into your own divine energy. Yeah, so. We're learning each day and healing. It's I think, yeah, it's a beautiful world out there. If it's just needs healing, I think, personally.
And that's what you've been put on this planet to do.
Yeah,
that's your purpose.
I feel like I have. Yeah. Just keep.
Do you think about that?
Yeah, well, I am more now because now I'm learning more about it, and I'm meeting people who are explaining it a little bit more, but I'm asking questions more. I never used, like, if somebody said, oh, you're working out your date of birth and saying, oh, you're a 9, I'd just go, I'm a 9, but what does a 9 mean when you're saying I'm a 9? So you're a light worker. So I was like, okay, right, I'll take that. And someone said, you're on your last live. I said, sure, I'm on my last live. He said, all right, okay. Some of the things, I think he just goes, whoosh.
Which means you've found yourself, and this is it. You found the person that you were meant to be.
Yeah. But it's lovely. I mean, and Martha, she wants to do. She's doing a talk. Do you always remember doing a talk at school? Like what was like? Was it a 3? Mine was on clowning. When Martha said that yesterday, I'm going to do. We come out of the full moon ceremony, and on the way home, she says, "I'm going to do a talk about 5D." And at 5D World, and I was like, okay. And she says, because I'm passionate about the 5D world.
How old is she?
She is 15.
Wow.
I know. And I think
what a beautiful time to get into it.
I know.
Yeah?
And I think and they said, why are you talking about, why don't you want to talk about this? And she went, no, I want to talk about something what I'm passionate about. So I was like, okay. And she struggles being around. There's a lot of 3D energy. Yeah. There is 3D energy in school, in a school, you know. So
I got to walk out from sauna sometimes. I walk in sauna, the people in there, I'm just like, I need to get out of here.
I know. So she's struggling at school. She's just counting the days down, which upsets me really. Counting the days down till she finishes, and I know she'll just like, woo. She'll be amazing. So, but she don't like dread it, but she's just, well, maybe she does, yeah.
She probably does. You know, I did. Education sucked ass for me. I'm just like, I don't even get it. I don't even know why I'm doing this.
No.
What is it? What purpose is this giving me?
I know. Same.
What do you want to do? You just like, so for a thing at the end to say I've done it.
I know. Same as. Yeah. But actually, do you know when you say you've always been a clown? I did do leisure and tourism for two years at college. And then the day I finished that, my dad just took me for an interview for an airline, and then he just, on the way back, he just said, do you not want to be a clown? I was like, oh, go on then. I'm thinking, what were the points in all that? 2 years. And then just as soon as I finished, didn't get the job, and he just went, why don't you be a clown? I was like, right, okay. And that were it. But then are you ready to be a clown when you just first leave school? Because I was really...
What you having even a conversation like that? Am I ready to be a clown after school? I'm like,
I know.
What?
I know, that's it.
Do we even know what that is still? I don't.
I know, and I was speaking to a lady who's an English teacher in Liverpool, and she said she teaches in a very unique way. She reads Macbeth, and she brings Tommy Fury into Macbeth and uses like real characters from like the modern world.
Wow, amazing!
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, I love that.
I know. She's amazing. She's like, oh, and she said, I really would like to see what if you could teach people, all the class clowns, if you could get all the class clowns together in one room and channel that energy what they've got, because they've obviously I were the class clown, like, and you always get a class clown, you get jokers.
It said it on mine, class clown.
Did it?
Oh, aye.
I could see that.
Yeah. Are you ready to be a clown? What a beautiful thing. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Are you ready to be a clown? Because the commitment and the hard work and what that is to become a clown.
Yeah, and he said, I've got so much to thank my dad for. He was like, you don't be a clown what's dressed in a boiler suit and kind of looking like a man. He said, be a girl clown, and it's very big in America. So, and then because he made lots of mistakes from finding his character.
His way, yeah.
He said, what I'll do, you'll jump past all my mistakes what I made, because he went big. He had an illusion show. We used to have dance lessons. He had a dream of going all over the world with an illusion show with us. But we were teenagers, and we got everybody took the mick out of us at school for being a clown. It weren't easy, but we were strong enough to kind of bat it off. I wouldn't say I got bullied. We just had the mick taken out of us, like a lot. Like it was just what people did. And then it didn't help him picking us up in that van. I used to be sat in geography. I used to say, Dad, pick us up in the corner, and then I'd see this Trumble van. It was like all the buses, and then his van. I'm like, oh no, he's done it again. I said we're in corner. Why? And she's jumping back, and then next day we're like, oh. But yeah, he bypassed me all those mistakes he made, and he said, and always pay good money for your costume and your props and everything. Invest good money in to get your show quality. And he used to always say, your reputation is my guarantee, or something like, my reputation is your guarantee, something like that. He used to always say, I was like, right, okay.
That's
so
really good, that,
yeah,
you know.
so he
That's
taught,
really good.
Yeah, he taught me so much. So he just got big, like you said, do you ever reflect? And then that comes back down to gratitude. Years ago, when it was just about one after another, are you ever grateful for that, what you've done for that child? And now I really am. I'm like, wow. Because going back to what happened when I got stuck in Dubai, I was so desperate to get back for them 2 shows. And I think when you're in a queue and everybody's going, well, if you can't get back, you can't get back. And I'm like, I will get back. I know I'll. And I literally did pray to angels and listen to loads of meditation. To my friends were helping me from Liverpool, saying, listen to Archangel Ariel, he gets you out of trouble. And I was in like the queues for 24 hours on the last day, because I thought, I need to know that I've done everything to get back for them 2 shows what I've got on, 2 shows Saturday. I said, I need to know. And I didn't want to panic the parents as well, because in the back of my head I knew I was going to get back. So I got to the front of the queue. I said, I've got a Cyprus flight. Can I get on this one this morning? And they were like, no. And then you just walk off and you're like, oh gosh, I've just queued up for like 6 hours just to say no. But I thought, I need to. So I got back to there was the cattle market where everybody there was just bodies everywhere, and I got back to my room. I was like, oh, come on, please. And it was Grace, my friend, who was trying to get my flights. She was going in the back end. She phoned and she went, Lucy, there's a flight to Birmingham at 2:55. Get to the airport quick. And I'm like, and they don't let you out of taxis until they're parked, because the police get. I'm like, just let me out. He's like, I can't, because the police will get me. I'm like, I still look like a raving lunatic with that saxophone on my back. No case, because I've just like, right, anyway. I get, it's just queues. I thought, I'm not going to get back. And I said to Grace, there's only way is if it's delayed. And then it was delayed. And then this man, like an angel, came from nowhere. And he took us to another part of the airport. And I was like, I need to get on this flight, change this to this. And he's like, how do you know there's a seat? And I'm like, I know there's a seat. So we were doing all this. And then I got through. So got to my show on Saturday morning. And they were so grateful. And she was a Grace, this little girl. And she went, oh my word, I was praying to my unicorns last night. I was like, no way. God. Praying. And that's why I was like, do you speak to unicorns? She's like, yeah. And so does Harriet, and so does Ruby. And we all speak to our unicorns. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. Isn't it? I'm like, gosh. And another Grace. So I had 3 Graces looking over to me. So I'll be praying to angels. I now believe there is angels out there. So yeah, that's and same again though with that, what you've gone through that for 4 days of trying to get back. That it was for your show. Try it. I literally, it is just believing that I will get back. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I know I am.
I'm gonna start praying to unicorns, me.
I know.
Unicorn, innit? Praying to a unicorn.
I know. But I think our kids, Martha especially, I'm sure she used to talk to a dragon. There was one of them who used to talk to a dragon, so I'm like intrigued about dragons, because dragons are like your protectors.
Yeah.
And I've heard, because I've got 2 dragons, we're doing a festival next week, learn 5D in 5 days, and raising people's frequencies. Yeah. And my friend Grace, another Grace, has bought me 2 dragons to play and see how they go with the children. I was like, oh, I need a name for them, but no, it's your name. And I'm thinking, do you know what? How many kids do have like, I don't know if you had like an imaginary.
I can't remember.
I can't remember, but I know Martha did. I had imaginary friends all the time.
Yeah.
And she'd be talking, but I see kids doing it. It's like,
is
it mad?
Yeah.
I know.
Just this little, yeah.
Kids are, I learn so much from kids, especially the little ones. Like,
no preconceptions,
nothing. They're untouched. The brain's untouched, isn't it? Yeah, it's just pure, like you said, pure, and that's then what the 9 is, pure and it's untouched. So, yeah, but it's magic, real magic, and that's what I think I've always been intrigued for, and I feel like I'm going back, like kind of looking more into that real magic. You can do all the best tricks in the world and have the best acts and things, but then that real magic is, I've always said, is the fun and the laughter and the giggles what you make in a show. So yeah, that's it.
How do people book you? How does somebody go, look, Lucy, I need you in my life? How does somebody get you in their life? What are you on Instagram? What are you on website? How do people get in touch with you?
Yeah, website. Mostly, do you know what? A lot of people reach out on Instagram.
Was it Louby Lou?
Louby Lou Clown.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'd love mostly if people picked up the phone again. I used to always have a phone at home. Did you? A phone with a pad at the side, and you get home and you go, 5 messages. you play it, wouldn't you? You'd like ring them all back and having a good chat. I love people chatting on the phone, but it's all done so quick, isn't it now? And you've got to, and I do wish people would pick the phone up a little bit more. I've started picking up the phone a little bit more and just going, right, just having 5 minutes, and it is just breathing and having 5 minutes and making that show tailored to suit the child, because some children a lot of children get really overwhelmed on the birthdays. So you build it up, and then by the time it gets to the birthday, then your parents are stressed because they've got to do this amazing party and have everything in place, so that then when you're stressed it has an effect on the kids. And then you get to the birthday and then you go. So I try and just advise mums to just be present in the show. I think it'd be great. I know because a lot of people like the having photos taken and video, and it's either kind of get somebody in to do it if you're really wanting those amazing pictures, or giving somebody a job, because people like having jobs, like hand the jobs out to somebody and go, would you mind, like I want to be really present in this party. And
you put everyone's phones more to one side and let someone capture it for you in candid moments.
We went to Peter Kay at the Octagon Theatre, and phones away, what a difference that makes. Massive difference. And I tried it out. We had Ollie the Choc for Betsy's birthday, and I got Phil, who's a videographer, and I said, would you come to our house and video and take some pictures? It was only in our kitchen. It was at Christmas, mega busy, aren't you yourself? And it's time, isn't it, all going through all the pictures and all the videos then afterwards. And I said, Ollie the Choc's come in, I want to be present in that party. And it was, I had so much fun. I had as much fun as the kids. Even the adults were all making chocolate lollies, moustache, little chocolate on your face. And it was amazing. It really was. I think sometimes I think that's how parties used to be before, a lot of the phones and things, and it's just being in that moment of the party. Yeah, put them to one side, yeah. It is, I think, and Peter Kay is good at doing that into...
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
Yeah, it is. Oh.
Thanks, Lucy.
No, thank you.
Appreciate you coming on, mate.
Oh, thank you, and I absolutely love... That was a serendipity moment, weren't it?
It certainly was, mate, to share that moment with you. It was beautiful.
It was. Yeah. Just like...
Very, very grateful. I'll remember it for the rest of my life.
No, I will. I'll just like, wow. Do you know when I saw you and I was like, if I'd not seen you, and I knew you'd done a podcast with Tallulah, and I quickly put 2 and 2 together. If I'd not seen that podcast with Tallulah and I just saw you there, I would have thought, am I seeing things? I quickly thought, Tallulah, right, get it, whoa, right, this
I can make sense of that, yeah.
And we were there to kind of witness it all before it unfolded, and I just think that was one really special day. Yeah. It was a special day because, I'd not been part of a bell ring since before COVID. So it's such a special little girl, special family. See you there to again capture it. How present was a mum just in that moment. Never seen so many people there. It's just, Joe did well there, and I thought it was brilliant how you just stayed in the background and you stood and you observed it all. Because that sometimes, again, videography or photos in the hospital again has got to be done in a real sensitive way, and it is reading your audience and reading the energy in the room to go, right, how can I just capture that magic moment but not be
you do this, you do that, can I put yeah. So you've got to move, you've got to flow with the energy. Where to sit, I knew I just had to sit back and not let me get involved in it. My energy was needed to be over there while theirs was there. So
Your French,
only you got that.
Your French,
only you got that. Yeah. But it's something that I'm massively thinking about, mate.
I go for a dog walk with Stu every night when we talk about our day, and I was speaking about that moment. I said it was amazing. I said to him, just stay. He read the room, and he said, it's typical Stuart, black and white, I think you should feed that back to him, actually. And obviously I have right now.
That's good, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. You French way to the...
I love that. But, like you've got your Stu, I've got them people around me. I call them the sages who, because I am sort of, I will say I'm quite pure of heart, wear my heart on my sleeve. I do get into mistakes and people do take advantage of that. But what I'll do now is ask Lee, my business partner, what do you think about this situation before I go into it? Yeah. And he'll give me that other side and go, oh yeah, you know what, I'm not going to give as much in it. So I get it. Need stews, man. We need stews.
Oh, we do. Yeah. And I've massively learned
the protectors, the sages.
That's really so many things more recently, and I'm like, right, I've got to listen to Stu, even though it's like, oh gosh,
dude, he's gonna burst me balloon.
I'm like, oh gosh. Because I just went to get a new van because I was like, he never liked my van because I put
Giggles
my
on
face
wheels.
it. Yeah. And I was like, and he's like, are you, I went, no, just stop. I was like, okay, Stu, I'll just stop. And then once right, okay. So you need brain in it, you do. But no thoughts. It's a craft. My favourite word, I love words, and sprezzatura is one of my favourite words.
Which is?
It's, you can Google it. It's knowing your craft, so you make it look effortless, even though it's an Italian word. So like an Italian will wear a suit which is very sprezzatura. It looks great, but it looks effortless, but there's a bit more into it.
Yeah.
So I think what you did there was very sprezzatura of your niche of, right, okay, I'm making this look effortless, but I know that there's a lot more what goes into it. So it's your craft.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll have to make your magic word with
do it. Done. That's me. We were waiting for it, weren't we?
What is your
We've
word?
done that. I want
Sprezzatura.
fucking that on it.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's a good
I'm
word.
off, innit? It's not yours anymore, that.
I know. Stuart's got a coat, what he wears, and it's just classic. And I'll go, oh, here he is, Mr. Sprezzatura. Yeah. It's good. Yeah.
It's nice with a bit of a northern twang.
I know. Oh, amazing.
Thank you for listening, everybody. Goodbye.